This is an old Mama Fisher wood stove, and it's had quite a few modifications to it. I want to change the handle there, put a little welding chipper hammer on it, handle on it, raised the legs. This thing used to sit right on the ground. I raised the legs up where I could put my ash bucket up underneath it. I installed gas starter in it, and then that exhaust pipe used to come out of the back, but I wanted it closer to the wall and I wanted a little bit better draft, so I moved it to the top. Those are two 5/16 boiler tubes, thick steel, and they're welded from there. And there's also a pair right up underneath there, and they come off of that. There's a hold it that way for a minute. There's a 3-inch galvanized 90 and a 3-inch nipple welded into a piece of 3-inch tailpipe, and then a flange and a motor fan on the other end. Now there's the old thermostat. Then this right here, this piece right here is just a piece of 1-inch flat, just flat steel. 1-inch flat bar, flat bar. And then that's a piece of 1-inch plate. And welded that on the back so the air goes in, hits that, goes through those two pipes running through the bottom, comes out up front, and then comes up here. And those two pipes run right through here, right through the top of the firebox, and come out there. So that blows out some really hot air. I don't know if you can see them or not. I'm not going right now at the moment. Let me look and see. Yeah, you can see the pipes there. And then the ones that run through the bottom are up underneath those ashes. And then once you get 2 or 3 inches of ash in there, it insulates those two pipes. Then coming up, I have a heat exchanger there, 4 pipes, and then back there I have a fan, and that's another exhaust setup, tailpipe exhaust setup going in the back of that thing. Used to have a fan right in there, but that sucker melted fairly quickly. Now I have a damper above and below the heat exchanger. And if I want to heat that heat exchanger up good, then I'll close the damper up above it. And that pretty well, so you're not losing a whole lot of heat going out the top. Although it could be more efficient, that stove does a pretty good job. So, just pass that along if you guys are interested in doing some little mods to your stove. I don't think I'd fool around with putting the pipe below the wood. It's actually, the fire sits on those pipes until it fills up with ashes. But if you wanted to make a little bit better than what I have here, which I might down the road, it would be putting a box on each side and having the air blow out through the front here. So put a little box on this side and a little box on the other side, and you could get quite a bit of air. And anywhere on here, actually, this surface gets really hot too. So if you design one end of that or anywhere else, but the more heat you get off that stove, the more that stove can heat up before that air goes up the flue. So anyway, there you are. That's an old Mama Fisher. By the way, if you're not familiar with Mama Fisher, or Fishers, and I need to clean this up a little bit, that rolled edge right there is how you can tell it's a Fisher. Because that took a pretty decent piece of equipment to bend that. That's 1/4 inch plate. And other people make it like that, but weld it on 45. But that was kind of a signature of the Fisher brands. These are good stoves. That's the Mama Fisher. So there's a baby just below that one, and a Papa Fisher on top of that one, which is it's about 2 inches wider and taller. Big stove. But anyway, that's a good one for a house. Cheers.